Fox News has new information about a shocking and mysterious crime that's just devastating a small community.
Yeah, we now know that investigators from the state have been called in to review this cold-blooded murder of Tim Fletcher of Pinehill. Plus, there may be a third suspect somewhere out there. Meanwhile, the small town where Fletcher's from still reeling from the shock. Our Steve Alexander is standing by live in Camden, that's in Wilcox County, with new information. Hi, Steve.
And Fox 10 News has learned now that ALEA, the Alabama law enforcement agency, is now the lead investigator in this case. Wilcox County Sheriff's officers say that 2 teenagers from the town of Pine Hill have been arrested in connection with the case, and we're learning some of the criminal history now behind both suspects. Wilcox County Sheriff's officials say 20-year-old Tim Fletcher was on his motorcycle when he was gunned down in cold blood. The shooting happened just outside Camden along Highway 162. 18-year-old Maurice Powell and 17-year-old Marlon Mendenhall are charged with capital murder.
We think it's another suspect. He hadn't been apprehended as of yet. Maybe a juvenile. I'm not sure.
But the big question is motive.
Don't know the motive at this time.
That's got to make it real difficult and everything, too.
Yeah, it does. It does. We don't know whether it was drug activity or just meanness or what. We don't know.
And the sheriff says there's no indication the suspects knew the victim. Court documents show Mendenhall was arrested on June 1st of this year on first-degree assault charges. He was charged with shooting a man in the leg with an assault rifle. The records also show he was out of jail on $50,000 bond when Fletcher was shot. Court records indicate this was his first offense, although we don't have juvenile records. There are no court documents on Powell, as he's listed as being 17 years of age.
We've had this type thing before, but not like this. Someone being shot on the highway and murdered from there. It just doesn't happen a whole lot here.
Fletcher's mother, Cynthia, is trying to cope with the tragedy.
He lived life to the fullest. He was always just doing things to make people laugh. He wanted people to be happy.
And actually, we just got some information from court records about Powell, and it's pretty interesting, too. He was arrested for domestic violence first, according to court records, for the shooting of his stepfather, Larry Powell, on June 1st. Powell is the same man who was the alleged shooting victim of Marlon Mendenhall, also on the same day. Powell also out on a $50,000 bond. So, again, Powell and Mendenhall are scheduled to be in court Thursday afternoon to answer the capital murder charges. Reporting live from Camden, Steve Alexander, Fox 10 News.
All right, Steve, thank you. And we're learning more about funeral arrangements for Tim Fletcher. Visitation will be Friday night from 6 until 8 at O'Brien Chapel Funeral Home. The funeral will be at Pinehill Baptist Church on Saturday at 11 o'clock.